I think Europe is a hope for the world. I think the European Union has something that many other governments don't have now, and we see that it's facing many challenges, particularly with the sort of divorce of the UK and all of the other political problems. We have this rise of creeping authoritarianism in many countries around the world, not just the United States, but of course, in many countries within Europe. But despite that, we have a kind of cooperation, uh, a thoughtful analysis and reflection on serious issues that may be the only chance we have to temper the instincts of governments that are very much unchecked by a procedural need to build consensus. Governments that can simply push laws through very quickly without much resistance. And this was one of the primary reasons that I was so encouraged by the parliamentary resolution that was passed in the European Parliament regarding whistleblowers, right? It wasn't about me. Yes, it said that I should not be extradited to the United States, that the charges against me were political in nature, but that was not the most critical part of it. It was calling for the reform of whistleblower protection laws, for new laws in each member state that recognize the reality that if we don't have access to the truth, we don't have access to a meaningful vote. And this is really the bedrock of our society. You know, people think, many politicians, it's become fashionable in Europe to say, for example, in my case, you can't let this person into our country because it will harm the United States. They'll be angry. I don't think that's true. Because the United States is not a country that wants to see itself as harming whistleblowers, as fighting the truth. Yes, there are political incentives that say they should be strong here, they're creating a deterrent here. But this is what everybody does when they get angry, when they stop thinking, when they have to respond forcefully and quickly. The European Union saying that they will protect whistleblowers even from their friends is not an act of hostility. Uh, that's an act of the greatest friendship. We need our friends the most, not when we're doing well, but when we're failing. And I hope that Europe will continue to work, not just to protect their own citizens, not just protect the rights of their own people, which of course is paramount, but to remember that you occupy a unique position, not just in the world, but in history. Uh, and I think you are ultimately today's champions of human rights. And I'm very thankful for everything that you've done, and I hope you'll continue to work in the future because I gotta say, we need you now more than ever.